Hello everyone, myself Mr. Sandeep, and today I am present here with a new session on mathematics for class 9. In this session, we will start our new chapter of the NCRT book, that is chapter number 5, whose name is Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. So, let's start the chapter from your NCRT book. So, here we goes with the chapter number 5. This is the very front page of the chapter, that is Introduction to Euclid's Geometry, and this is the theory part which is given in the starting only. And before moving to our exercise 5.1, I would like to discuss a few things with you people which you know already, but I would like to remind you about that things. Okay, so these are nothing but the statements, or you can say the properties, which are universal truth, and you also know them very well, but still I would like to discuss with you. So these things which are the universal truth, they are categorized under two names. The first name is axiom and the second name is postulate. So what is the difference between an axiom or a postulate? Axiom is what? It is that property which is true throughout the universe and can be used anywhere, right? And what do you mean by the postulate? Postulate is again the same thing. It is the property which can be used basically in case of geometry, right? So the things which are related with the geometrical part, they are called as the postulates. Okay, so that is the difference between axiom as well as the postulate. Otherwise both are the universal truth. Okay, so let us start the discussion from the axioms. So these are given in your books also, that is your page number 81. The axioms are given to you. 7 axioms are there according to the Euclids. So let us discuss them one by one. So first of all, the first axiom is the things which are equal to same thing are equal, right? To one another. The things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. Mean to say, I have taken here one example. For example, if A is equal to C and B is also equal to C, mean to say A and B both are equal to the C on the same time, then what you can say? It means A will be equal to B. Okay, simply what we are doing in the previous parts that we have done, you have to check your left right hand side. We are saying if right hand side is there equal, then left must be equal. From that rule also we are getting here A is equal to B, right? So what we have done, things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Then come to the second one. If equals are added to equals, then the whole are equal, right? So this also, that is the common sense only. For example, 2 is equal to 2. If you are adding 3, that is the same number you are adding on the both hand side, whatever the whole quantity you are getting, that is also same. Clear? So that is the meaning of the second axiom. If equals are added to the equals, the whole will be equal. Clear? So similar is the third one. If equals are subtracted from the equals, the remainders are equal. Mean to say, for example, 7 is equal to 7. If you subtract same, that is 2, from both hand side, then you will get the same remainders in the last, right? 7 minus 2 will give you 5. Here also 7 minus 2 will give you 5. If you subtract, but the condition is you need to subtract the equal quantities from both hand side. Mean, if you are subtracting 5 from here, then you should subtract 5 from here also. So 7 minus 5 will give you 2, 7 minus 5 will give you 2 also. Clear? So after that come to the fourth one. Things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Okay? Things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Coincide means is what? Other name of coincide is overlapping. Overlapping means एक के ऊपर एक. Okay, like you people are having okay, I will give you one of the simple example. Suppose you all people are having your maths book. Okay, maths book, same maths book. Suppose NCRT book is there. When you will keep your NCRT books one upon the another, then you will not be able to see the second book when you are looking from the top. That is called as overlapping. Same size, same dimensions. Okay, that is called as overlapping, or you can also say coincide. So things which coincide with one another, they are equal to one another. Okay, so here I have given one more example, that is of line segment. Suppose we are having two line segments which are named as PQ and AB. Same line segment means they will be having same length. So when you will pick this line segment AB and place over the line segment PQ, then it will clearly overlap PQ. Okay, so this A point will coincide with the P point and B point will coincide with the Q point. That is called as a coincide or overlapping. Okay, so if they coincide each other properly, completely, then you can say the both line segments are same or equal to one another. Clear? So then come to the next fifth one. The whole is greater than the part. The whole is greater than the part. Okay, this you know very well. Suppose we are having a piece of cake that is named as A. If you cut the cake from here, then you are getting what? Two pieces you are getting. Suppose the name of the first piece is B and the name of the second piece is C. Now you can easily recognize that B part, whether you are taking B part or C part, both will be smaller than the whole quantity. Okay, so clearly you can say that B is less than, oh, okay, I have written here wrong. Sorry for that. That is B is less than A. This is less than sign. And C is also less than A. Clearly, and after that you can say A is equal to B plus C. When you will join the two pieces B and C, then only you will get the piece A. So you can say the whole is always greater than the part. So these are the two parts which will be always smaller than the whole quantity. So that is also the general knowledge, or you can say common sense. Okay, so after that come to the sixth one. Things which are double of same things are equal. Things which are double of same thing, they are equal. Suppose A is equal to 2C and another quantity B is also equal to 2C. Okay, so what they are saying, which are double of same thing. Same thing is what? C, and double of it 2C 2C. So two things which are equal to double of the same thing, they will be equal to each other. Mean to say A will be equal to B, right? So then come to the axiom number 7. Things which are halves of same thing, that is the repetition of the number 6 axiom only. In place of double, they have used the word halves. Okay, if the doubles are equal, then halves will be also equal. So for example, A is equal to C by 2, and let us take B is also equal to C by 2. Okay, so comparing both equations, if the right hand side is equal, then left must be equal. It means A is equal to B. So we can say that if the things which are halves of the same things are equal to one another. Okay, so that is the thing only. So these are the 7 axioms which are being stated by the Euclids. So you can see now that these are the common things. You will say that we knows them already. Okay, but now they are given in the form of axioms. So you have to learn these 7 axioms one by one. And because sometime in the exam they are being asked as the question also. Okay, write down the 3 axioms given by the Euclids, write down the 5 axioms. So it means you need to learn them on your fingertips. Clear? So then come to the next topic, that is postulates. So a straight line may be drawn from any one point to other point. So the first postulate of Euclid is a straight line may be drawn from any one point to other point. So mean to say, it is clear from the language, a straight line may be drawn from any one point to another point. Mean to say एक point से दूसरे point तक आप अगर कोई line draw करोगे, then you will get the line. Mean to say, what is the other meaning of that? That is, through two given points only single line can pass. ठीक है, अगर if you will again try to draw one more line through A and B, then and again you will get the same line, right? So that is the meaning of the first postulate. Through two given points only a unique line can pass. So the main postulate is this one, and this is the meaning of this postulate. Okay, so learn this one. Then come to the second postulate. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. First of all, you must be clear with the meaning of that is terminated line. You can say a line segment. You know line segment? We have done the definition in 6th class also. Terminated line or line segment, both are the same thing which have definite length. So these are the terminated point, terminal points of the line segment AB. So if you want to produce it indefinitely, you can produce to make a line. Clear? A line segment can be converted into line if you extend it on the both hand side. Clear? So this is the second postulate. Then come to the third one. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. So this is your choice. You can take the center of the circle anywhere, and you can take the radius of any measurement, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter. That depends on your choice. So you can draw any of the circle with any center and any radius. Okay. So it is not fixed that always you will draw the circle of 3 centimeter radius only. So you can take any radius according to your choice. Then coming to our fourth postulate, that is also very simple. All right angles are equal to each other. So that is clear. First of all, you must be clear about the right angle. Right angle means whose the angle whose measurement is of 90 degree. Okay. Whether you draw small one, bigger one, right angles, every time the measurement will be of 90 degree only. So it means we can say that all the right angles are equal to each other. That is the meaning of this postulate, right? Then come to the fifth one, which is the most important postulate of this chapter. If a straight line, if a straight line falling on the two straight line are which one in the figure? AB and CD, they are the two straight lines. And which is the straight line falling? I have mentioned here PQ. So PQ is falling on the two line segment AB and CD. Okay, makes the interior angles on the same side of it, makes the interior angles on the same side of it. So we have studied about the parallel lines in the 7th class also. Even we have repeated in case of 8th class. So these are the two angles which are on the same side of a transversal. This line is called as a transversal. But in the 7th and 8th class we have studied the case of parallel lines. But here in this figure they are not given as the parallel line. That is the difference only. But the pair of angle is co-interior angles, angles on the same side of a transversal. So if it taken together less than two right angles, then the two straight lines if produced indefinitely, okay, the side. Now before that, you must be aware which side the sum is less than 180. So in case of parallel lines, we are saying this plus this is equal to 180. Then only the lines are parallel. Now they are not parallel, it means this sum cannot be equal to 180, and even this sum can also not be equal to 180, right? And according to the geometry, if you know about the shape of the obtuse angle, then according to me these two angles are looking like obtuse angle, and these two angles are looking like the acute angles. Clear? So acute plus acute will give you less than 180, and obtuse plus obtuse will give you more than 180. If you know, then if you know about the angles, which is the highest acute angle, that is 89 degree, that is 89 degree. If you add 289-degree angle, how much you are getting here? 178, which is less than 180. So what about the smallest obtuse angle, that is 91 degree? So if you take these two angles of 91 degree only, then what we are getting? We are getting 182 degree. Clear? So they are talking about that. So if taken together less than two right angle, less than two right angle means less than 180 degree, then the two straight lines if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of angle is less than two right angles. उसका कहने का मतलब ये है कि जिस साइड में दोनों एंगल का सम 180 से कम होगा, उस साइड में वो लाइनें अगर आप प्रोड्यूस करोगे indefinitely, then they will meet on that side only. Clear? So if you try these two lines, if you will produce them indefinitely, then they will never meet each other. That is the meaning of fifth postulate. Right? Understood or not? So AB and CD are two lines. PQ is the line which is falling on them, making the two co-interior angles, this one and this one, this and this also. We are talking about one pair. Then on the side at which the sum of these two co-interior angle is less than 180 degree, that these two lines will intersect each other on that side only. That is the geometrical proof here. Okay, that is the postulate 5. Clear? And this postulate number 5 is very much important. Many time it has been asked in the exam. Okay, so it is up to you. You have to learn it, learn the wording of this postulate number 5 properly. As I also know that the wording is very complicated, but you have to understand, then try to cram it as it is and try to draw the figure also, right? So this is all about the theory part, that is the postulate as well as the axioms. So after that we are ready now to start with our exercise 5.1. Okay, so first of all let's move to our exercise 5.1, question number 1, that is regarding the true false. So let's start with that. Which of the following statements are true and which are false? Give reason for your answer also. Okay, so let's start with it. Only one line can pass through a single point. Only one line can pass through a single point. So I have shown here with the help of the figure, I have written here false. False, infinite many lines can pass through a single point as shown below. So the proof is in front of you. Through a given single point, infinite many lines can pass. Right? So after that, there are an infinite number of lines which can pass through 2 points. So this we have discussed in the first postulate, that is through two given points only one line can pass. So according to postulate number 1, this statement is false because only one line can pass through the two given points as shown below. You can show the figure, you can draw it. Okay, so try to draw the lines from the point P, so you will come to know that this will verify your question number, that part number 1. Through a given single point, infinite many lines can pass, but through two given points, only single line, or you can say a unique line can pass. Clear? Then the third one. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely on the both sides. So that is a part of the postulate only. Okay, we have done. So that is true. It can be extended on both ends as shown below. So we have discussed the figure in case of postulate also. So here also you can show, draw a line segment PQ first of all. After that you can show with the help of dotted line and put the arrows. It means it can be extended indefinitely, right? So they are very easy, only you need to put some concentration and try to cram them after understanding. If two circles are equal, then their radii are equal. Okay, so what is the meaning of two circles are equal? So that is the common sense only, right? If the two circles are equal, definitely their radii should be equal. If the radii are equal, अगर आप 3 सेंटीमीटर के दो सर्कल बनाओगे तो definitely they will be equal to each other. If you will draw a circle of 3 centimeter radius and another of 6 centimeter radius, you will come to know practically that the circle with the radius 6 centimeter will be double, or you can say the bigger than the previous one. So you can imagine yourself. So this is true by the principle of superimposition. So, so principle of superimposition means overlapping. Okay. So I discuss this in case of the theory part, that is axioms. things which can coincide with one another are equal to one another. That is axiom number 4. So after that, come to the fifth part. In figure, if AB is equal to PQ, AB is equal to PQ and PQ is equal to XY. So that is also the part of your axiom, right? The things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. These are the two things which are equal to the same thing will be equal to each other. So that is the case. So true, things which are equal to same thing are equal. Clear? So these, you can see these all true false, they are based on the knowledge of axioms as well as the postulate. It means if you have learned the axioms as well as the postulate, then your two that motives will be served. The first one, you can solve all these questions very easily. The second one, you can that what we say, you can perform well in case of exam also. Okay, you can get the marks because I told you in case of exams many times the question is asked regarding the to write down the three axiom, to write down the fifth postulate, like that. Okay, so it is better for you to keep them on your fingertips. Then come to your next one, that is, now let's start with our question number 2. Give a definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that need to be defined first? What are they and how might you define them? Okay, so we have to give the definitions of the some terms here given in the question. So like parallel lines are there, perpendicular lines, line segment, radius of the circle and square. Okay, so what we need to define here, so first point is that one point. So point is what? That is a, as you know, this is a dot marked by the pencil and it has no dimension, right? If you check out, the point is not have neither having the length nor having the breadth. So this is a dot only. As practically whatever is possible, suppose we are placing our pencil here and putting the this dot means is the point only, right? So that is the definition also. Then come to the line. It is a breathless length. Breathless length means it is the that item which is not, it is having the dimension that is length only, which do not have any breadth. So that is called as the line. It is the breathless length. It does not have definite length. Definite length, as we know, that there are three kinds of figure of this type. First one is line segment, second one is ray, and third one is the line. Out of three, line is that breathless length which do not have the definite length. So it can be extended in both ways. In this direction it can be increased and in this direction also it can be increased, which is being shown by these arrows over here, right? Now after that, ray. What is ray? As I told you, a ray is that which has one initial point but no terminating point. Mean to say, it is having arrow on one side. Geometrically, if you see the figure of the ray, it is having one side arrow. It means it can be extended towards one point only. It cannot be extended from this point, and this is called as the initial point. Okay, and there is no terminal point of the ray, right? It is having initial point but do not have any terminal point. That is called as the ray. Clear? So what is the difference between line and ray? Line can be extended both ways, but the ray can be extended only in one direction. Okay, so after that, let us add some one more knowledge, that is for line segment. Line segment cannot be that extended in any direction, so it has definite length. That is the definition of the line segment. Clear? Now come to the next term, that is called as angle. Already we have done these definition basically in the junior class 6. So what do you mean by angle? Angle is an open figure. You can see here in the figure, normally we draw like this only. So this is the open figure. Open means this is open from here. Okay, if you join this line to this point, that becomes a closed figure. For example, triangle is the closed figure. quadrilateral is the closed figure, but on the same time, if you are talking about the angle, then it is a open figure, which is formed by the two rays having one common point. So it is being formed by this ray and this ray. Two rays are required and one common point should be there. That is the necessity of the angle. Clear? So what is the name of the angle? OAB. What is the name of the arms of the angle? That is OA and OB. What is the vertex? Vertex of the angle, that is O. Clear? So this is the knowledge which we have gained in the earlier classes. Again we are repeating. So what can be the name of this angle? Angle AOB. Also it can be named as angle BOA, or it can also be named as angle O. So this is the way how you can give the name to a given angle, right? Then come to the fifth definition, that is plane. Plane is that which has both length and breadth. Okay, so to understand, let me give you one best example, that is of your wall of the room. Wall is what? Which is a surface. Okay, surface is the substance to which we can touch, that is called as the surface. If you are able to touch the this pen, it means something is there to which we can touch, so that is the surface of the pen. That is the definition. So a plane is that which has both length as well as the breadth. Clear? So now you will say, now surface is there, but how you can say that this is having length and breadth? So what you can do, suppose this is of the cardboard, if you cut the pencil pen from here, then when you will open the surface, it will become a rectangle. So rectangle is always having length and breadth. Okay, then come to the next one, circle. It is that set of all the points whose distances from a fixed point is same. It is the set of all the points. So what is there? Suppose this is a point A and O is the center, and this distance is equal to 2 centimeter. Okay, then in the space there will be one another point whose distance from the center will be 2 centimeter. There are infinite many points on the in the space which are having the distance is equal to 2 centimeter from the O, and when you will join all those points, then what figure you will get? That will be a circle. Clear? So that is according to the definition. It is the set of all the points. It is the set of all the points whose distances from a fixed point is 0. What is that fixed point? Center is the fixed point. Clear? And what do you call that equal distance? That equal distance will be called as the radius, right? So let's move to our next definition of quadrilateral. I told you the example of closed figure, that is quadrilateral. So we are starting the definition from here only. It is a closed figure formed by four line segment. Closed figure. So circle is also a closed figure, but it is circular in shape. This is not a that polygon. You cannot say this is a polygon or the, so it has to be made up of line segment, because quadrilateral is only possible with the help of straight lines. Sorry for the interruption here. So after that, parallel lines. The two lines are parallel when they are not intersecting. Simply we can say practically. So if the two lines are going like this, so that are called as the parallel lines. So suppose we are having these two lines, you can see here, these are looking like the parallel lines. They will never intersect each other. Okay. And second point they have written, they are coplanar. Coplanar means this one. Suppose your one line is lying on this plane. Plane is what? Again, you have already cleared with the definition that plane is that which has both length and breadth. So let us suppose this page is as a plane. It is having one length and one breadth. Suppose this line is placed over the plane. Clear? Now I am holding this pen in my hand, and this one, it is some in another plane. Okay, that is in another plane. Can you say this line will be parallel to this line? Can you say? No. So what is the condition for that? The line should be coplanar also, then only you can tell them the closed, that the lines are parallel. They should be in the one plane. As well as the other definition of the parallel lines can be like this: the lines, and that is the best definition for the parallel lines. There is no need to give these 2 points. Okay, the two lines, two coplanar lines which never intersect, or you can say the distance between two lines always remain constant, then that lines are called as the parallel lines, right? Whose distance between them never changes means remains constant. Suppose here is 5 centimeter, so here is also 5 centimeter, everywhere this distance is of 5 centimeter, then we can say these two lines are parallel. If somewhere this distance is going to be less than 5, that is 3 centimeter, it means these two lines are not parallel. They will definitely intersect somewhere. Suppose if you will extend these lines, somewhere they will intersect each other. So they are not the parallel lines. After that, perpendicular lines, the lines which are in this position, the lines which are at right angles, so that lines are called as the perpendicular lines. The two lines which lies on the same plane and are said to be perpendicular if they intersect each other at right angle. So it has to be sure that two angles should intersect each other, otherwise they cannot be perpendicular. If they are perpendicular, definitely they will intersect each other. That is the point also. Okay, so main thing is, if they intersect each other at an angle of 90 degree, then the lines are called as the perpendicular lines. Clear? So after that, the next definition, line segment. The line segment is a part of a line. I explained you earlier what is the difference between line. Again, we have earlier we have given the difference between ray, line, and line segment. From there, you can make the definition of the line segment. So, what is line segment? This is a part of the line, right? Consider a line L. The part with two endpoints A and B is said to be line segment. Okay, so this is the line. See, both sides arrows are given to you, and if you take one of the part of the line, that is AB, that will be the line segment only. Okay, earlier I told you that line segment is always having the definite length. Okay, it cannot be increased in any of the direction, right? Then come to the next definition, radius. So what I told you while giving the definition of the circle, we have cleared about the radius, the constant distance of all the points on the circle. So I told you infinite many points are there here on the boundary. Okay, पॉइंट्स को ज्वाइन करके ही आपको सरकमफ्रेंस मिलता है, और आफ्टर गेटिंग द सरकमफ्रेंस यू आर गेटिंग द सर्कल. ओके, सो बेसिकली points are there, and according to the definition of the circle, the distance of those points from the fixed point, that is always same, and that is called as the radius of the circle. Clear? So that is the understanding. Then come to the square. Square is what? Again, as you have explained about the quadrilateral, it is a closed figure, or you can say it is a quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal and meet each other at an angle of 90 degree. Okay, otherwise you can change your language also. It is the quadrilateral, it is a type of quadrilateral in which all sides are equal and perpendicular to each other, as we are telling in class 8th or 7th. Okay, so in your language also you can give the definition. So today in this session we will do up to here only. We will discuss the other leftover the things of this chapter in the another session. Okay, till then try to understand whatever we have done till now and try to complete it, and try to write down in your notebooks, make your notes, so that you can prepare during the exam time. Okay, so let's take the screenshot for the covered items. So this is the, so before this you can have the screenshot of these axioms. First of all, write down, start the chapter with the axioms given in the chapter. Take the screenshot for this. 7 axioms are there, it should be learnt on tips. Then here comes the postulates. 5 postulates are there in total. Out of that, the fifth postulate is the most important postulate. 99% chances are there for it to come in the exam, right? Then after that, come to the first page of chapter number 5. Come to its second page, take its screenshot and draw the figures in every case wherever I have drawn. So you should also draw the figures, okay? Because with the help of the figures, the topics becomes more clear and easy to understand, right? Then come to the next one. Next page. So you can write down the whole page, because in the another session we will start the discussion from this question number 3, right? So till then, try to complete up to here. Write down these, make the notes in your notebooks, and try to understand the facts what we have learned today. And next time we will try to finish the chapter in the one session. Okay. So thank you for watching the video. See you next time with the another one. Okay. Goodbye.